All right, looks like we're live. All right, so I'm gonna wait for a few people. You know, I was gonna bust out the I was gonna bust out the iPhone and do like a real trailer reaction like everyone else is doing and like back in the day, but doing trailers like that, I don't know. I feel like I got to be super excited to even want to do that. So this is kind of like one of those lazy reactions, I guess. So like this is a it's going to be a genuine reaction because I haven't seen the trailer at all and it's been out for what, a week. So haven't seen shit, but I'm about to right now, so I'm going to wait for a couple people. I know it's like so last minute. Hold on. Got two people in the house. Let me share this on Instagram real quick because I got a few people that follow me on Instagram. How's your guys' night? Zero people again. One person. Who's there? Hold on. Dude, maybe I should have set up a real reaction. Wait, is my okay. All right, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Wait for some more people. Dude, what the fuck is this? Where you guys at? I usually have at least 3 people by now. Maybe I am gonna have to do a real reaction. I'm not I'm not excited about this, so like sorry guys. But someone did ask me where my trailer reaction was, and I was all thinking maybe I should just do it for like some of the viewers that do give a shit. Dude, no love. No love whatsoever. I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes. Because I'm not gonna do this. I gotta have at least 5 people in here before I watch this. I've been out of the loop, like with the superhero stuff. I kind of been a little disconnected from it because ever since, like after the what do you call it, the property being sold off to Netflix, it's like okay, well, back to square one with the Snyderverse. One person. Oh, what's up? Thank you. Got one person in the house. One person in that. 3 people in the house. That's what's up. Hold on. Dude, I got like this freaking massive headache. Have you guys seen the trailer? How'd you guys feel about the trailer? Like, it's okay if you guys liked it. Yeah, I'm not like excited about this shit. Like, it's really hard for me to show genuine excitement because already, like, I've said this before, and I know some of y'all might be like, oh, this is that broken record shit, but it's like, can you guys hear me by the way? I don't know if you guys can hear me. Um, it's like I gave Superman a chance and it didn't deliver. You know what I mean? And I even gave it a second chance by watching it again with that watch party, and it still didn't do anything for me. In fact, it was actually worse the second time. So what am I going to expect? I see people online talking about, oh, you need to give it a chance. It's going to be a different director. And it's like, I don't give a shit, dude. Like, just because it's going to be a different director doesn't mean it's going to, like, I already know what we're going to get with this universe. Like, I've seen enough. It's like one of those things, like, it's like when you're getting ready to watch a series and like you're either in the first episode or you're not in. Or maybe you might want to give it a chance, like I'll wait for to see what happens here. Nothing wants to keep me drawn, or nothing draws me to this universe, and nothing wants to keep me seated, or I'm not anticipating shit from this universe is what I'm trying to say. I'm not excited for it. I like the writing more than seeing the current DCU. That's cool. Okay, got 4 people in the house. I'm gonna wait for at least one more person and then I'll do this. Where the hell is Fourth 1000? Because he's the one that was like, where's your trailer reaction? Damn, I just lost one person. Oh damn, Philip Stevens, why is your comment not showing? I see your guys, if your comments are not coming through, I'm so sorry. There's some settings I have to go back and fix because there was a time where I blocked a lot of stuff. Let's see this. Okay, gamers do the same thing with Black Ops 7, avoid COD altogether instead of spending 60 or $70 to buy a game not even finished. How about now? Okay, I'll start it. Let me give it about 5 more minutes, just to, because I really want to like, I want people to. I have not seen this trailer, guys. I have not. That's how much I don't give a flying rat's fucking ass about this shit. Is I haven't even wanted to even peek at it. Nothing. I remember I was counting the days to the Zack Snyder's Justice League full trailer. I remember that. Counting the minutes. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you guys what I am excited about. I am excited about Avatar season 2 coming out next year on Netflix. I don't know if you guys are familiar with The Last Airbender, but I actually like the live action series. I know there's a fandom out there that doesn't really care for it because, again, it's kind of like, and you know what's funny about that is I can actually see where those fans are coming from, the ones that complain about it because they're so attached to the animation, and I'm attached to the animation too. That's how I got into The Last Airbender. I used to watch that with my son back in the day when I was in my early 20s and he was a baby. We're both watching it. I actually understand that fandom because there's like a lot of stuff that people don't like about the live action, but personally me, I think I am more interested in the Last Airbender series than I am in the DCU, and that's not good. As a DC fan, it should be the opposite, but I'm actually pretty excited about that series. The issues is they keep forgetting sex appeal and the male gaze is still a thing, and like it just isn't it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too big. I'm not gonna lie, Philip Stevens 45. I'm not too big with sex appeal. Like, there's a way of doing it. I guess, like when it comes to the DCEU characters, like Mira. I know. Amber Heard kind of has like, I guess she could be a thirst trap sometimes. Same thing with Gal Gadot. What's the other characters? All the characters in the DCU, like I can see the sex appeal, but see the thing is the sex appeal is never the main focus. It's always the character itself or themselves rather than the sex appeal. Like it's obvious, like with Henry Cavill. Let me use him as an example. When I first saw Superman, I was like, oh shit, like he's good looking, right? But I didn't that wasn't my main focus. Like I was like more into him as being Superman. The looks came second, and it goes hand in hand with how he looks as a superhero as well, not just because he's good looking. Or same thing with Ben Affleck. I thought Ben Affleck was a really good looking Bruce Wayne, especially in BBS. So yeah, I get what you're saying. For me, Wonder Woman was so good because Gal Gadot was bad as to begin with. Yeah, she's attractive. She still is too. Is there anything else you like? The only streams you seem to do either Snyder or gun hate streams. I don't know when you just showed up, but I was just talking about Avatar. And they're not hate streams. I'm just being honest and I'm just keeping it real. Like, I mean, this is what I tell people all the time. I don't watch people that shit on the Snyderverse. That's just me. Sometimes I'm online and I'll be like, what do you call it? Explaining to people why the Snyderverse didn't fail, or why the Snyderverse, in my opinion, is better, or whatever. But as far as me being a content creator and a viewer, I don't go to people's streams and watch them talk shit about Snyder. You know what I mean? I pretty much leave. And that's what I tell people. If they don't like hearing me, you know, say my truth and how I feel about a certain universe, then you guys don't have to watch. It's just plain and simple. So that's what I say to that, Mike. For me, okay, I already read that. We got 8 people, 8 people in the house. So let's get this going. Five days. This trailer's been out 5 days. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, crypto. Of course, crypto. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, already, I hate it. What was that? What? Dude, did you piss on an? Oh my god, dude. Okay, I get it now. All right, I've been hearing a little bit of that. I'll get to that.
Here by the clear, 23 will be the best year yet. Let's be honest, babe. It's not a very high bar to clear.
Well, I mean, if he was still alive, what was it like to lose everything that he had?
Or something that in a day. Gods are not that kind. Okay, this does not look like
Some Guardians of the Galaxy. I see that.
You know, this one don't buy. How's that cute?
Who's that? Who's that supposed to be?
No, it's a pretty small little too.
I can't tell if that's a little boy or a little girl, guys.
Well, super mama.
Can someone tell me?
And I see the truth.
Okay, her suit looks good. I'm not gonna lie. I like the suit so far. I what I hate, and I tell my husband this all the time. I hate when they use other people's music, or when they use like, I don't know, as far as the movie, I already can see needle drops happening in the movie, but that's kind of one thing that turns me off about these trailers and these superhero movies, is they don't like to use original music anymore. They want to needle drop some shit. But I still not excited. Sorry. Still not excited. Well, good for you, film goer. Seeing that scene made me depressed. You could tell the excitement from people's manufactured. Guardians of the Galaxy 4. Dude, why does he have to piss on the look it? Like, do not fucking come over here telling me that Zack Snyder disrespected Superman, okay? Because I've never seen Superman be the most disrespected ever in anything. That was probably the most disrespected thing you could ever do to Superman, but whatever. I already know that. Am I going to watch this movie? Yes. Am I going to go to the movie theater and watch it? No, I'm not. I'm going to tell my husband, let's just save our money, because it's going to be a waste. So I'll probably just wait till it gets to Netflix, or I don't do bootleg because I don't even have a DVD player. But definitely I'll probably wait till it gets to HBO Max or live stream. I'm definitely not going to go to the movie theater. And the reason why I went to go watch Superman in the movie theater is because I told you guys that I was going to give it a chance, and I did. I did. So no one could come over here and tell me that I didn't. What's up, Game City? I haven't seen you in a long time, dude. I mean, you never know. Superman is supposed to be the most powerful hero in DC. That's what he was in the Snyderverse, but in the DCU, he's more of a joke now. See, that's the thing people don't want to admit, man. James Gunn likes to have too much fun with these characters. Like, he doesn't take his characters serious, man, and I don't like that. Like, look at, I know superheroes are supposed to be fun. I get it. Fine, whatever. That's what animations are for. But even some animations have like a seriousness to it. Like Superman and Batman Apocalypse is one of, you guys already know, that is my favorite, hands down, my favorite animation of all time out of all of the DC animations. And I probably would say Justice League Dark comes in second place. And I like Justice League War. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I know people got their issues with the New 52 and with that animation, but I personally like Justice League War. I don't give a fuck. I fucking love it. And I like all of the New 52 animations too. But hands down, Batman, Superman, Apocalypse, which has Supergirl in it, is one of my favorite. My favorite animation. And you know, it has its moments where it's a little goofy, you know. But like I said, like, like you guys already know. Do I really need to explain this shit? You know what I mean? Like you guys already know. I think people meant that Snyder disrespected Superman's character morally. He seemed to have a little to no regard for others' lives in those movies. Look at, oh my gosh. I've like, see, the thing is with Man of Steel, like, that is not like, Man of Steel is probably as realistic as you're gonna get. I'm not talking about like realistic, like, oh, like no one has superpowers, Belle. Yes, I fucking know that. But I mean, like, in terms of taking the movie serious, taking the character serious. If we had a figure like that in our world now, and even though it was 2013 still, you know, a little closer to the era we live in now, right? People would be acting like that. They would be scared as shit at this being from the heavens that came down and happens to be an alien and is, you know, this powerful dude, right? And realistically, for being Superman for 10 minutes, what else was he supposed to do? He was still learning. Like he was, I said this before, like, I think people forget that. Like my husband told me last night, use your brain. Like, do you guys not fucking remember that he was literally just Superman? This was not a Superman that's been Superman for 3 years. This was not a Superman that's been Superman for even 1 year. This was a Superman that was Superman for one fucking day. All right? Think about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because that, honestly, and I'm not no hate or no, what do you call it? I'm not hating on you or anything, but think about that. Think about that. I think people forget. Sorry guys, my oh my gosh, dude, somebody's my computer is being stupid right now. Hold up, Jody isn't shilling the gun DCU anymore. I don't even watch that guy. His character's assassination of Jonathan Kent in Man of Steel crazy. I don't know about assassination, dude. I think that's pushing it. All right, so I don't know what's going on with my laptop. It's being stupid right now. So I'm just gonna keep the comments off the screen because like I don't it's not it's like freezing up on me. Do you still use Discord? I figured out how to use it a little. I joined Hold My DualShock Discord. Um, I'm on there, but not like that. Honestly, like I get on there when like I remember that I have it, if that makes sense. But I've been kind of busy and kind of a little disconnected from this stuff. But I am on Instagram more. I'll tell you that. So, and you know that because I'm always like posting stuff. But yeah, I use it. Hold on. My husband's like, we do have a Blu-ray DVD player. I was so confused watching Super 25 on people. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Hold on. Hold on. Guys, I'm so sorry. Like my computer, I had to restart it. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Let me adjust this. Yeah, guys, I'm so sorry about that. That was whack. But what was I saying? I'll be back on camera in a minute. I just wanted to grab something cuz I need some height on that table. People would have seen what Clark can do. Everyone says Jonathan can't couldn't make it. Oh my god, dude. Everybody like it's been like how many years and look at I've already said this. I understand the people's gripes. Fine. I give them that. But it's like okay, like we get it. Like he's you didn't like that scene, you know? And I understand even as a Superman fan, I can see why, people didn't really appreciate it. And that's fine. But that's pretty much like all people really like to shit on, you know? All right, let me try this. Okay, that's better. Okay, so
I'm starting to do revisions, writing parts of my story and wording them better. Oh my God, guys, hold on. I need my freaking glasses. Oh, there it goes. Now it wants to work. I need to get a new new laptop. I've had this laptop for I don't even know how long. I think since I started my channel a few years ago. Magnus Prime, are you new? I haven't seen you before. That Lois and Clark conversation was a long time too. On a long time. Which one you're talking about? Man of Steel or Superman 2025? Okay, that's better. All right, let me see if I can get this computer going again. Hold on. Cuz I like to do it on my laptop because my husband texts me and I like to respond to his texts too. Yeah, this was like so like I wasn't even prepared for this. That's so whack. StreamYard. Yeah, but how do you guys feel about this movie? Like I already said like it just like oh my God. Okay, I think okay. Hold on, I'll be back. Ah, that's better. That's better. Okay. Here we go. Back to the conversation. So Superman 2025. The Jonathan Kent scene is actually relatable to me. Parents wanted me to look out for myself more. I I can see why people might relate to that version of Superman too. Like, see, that's the thing too. I noticed like some people, and the thing. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. The thing, me as a Superman fan, I don't think anybody should be related to Superman. Maybe Clark Kent. I can understand Clark Kent, but Superman as Superman, because we don't have superpowers. We don't have these godlike abilities. You know what I mean? We're regular humans. So we can't relate to anybody like that. Now, as far as the alter ego, him being a reporter and working for a news company or whatever, then yeah, I can see that. Or maybe him as a child when he separates the two from Superman, right? But him, Superman as no, I don't I don't think we should relate to him. That's just my opinion. And I saw a lot of that with this Superman 2025. Oh, this Superman is so relatable. Like, do you guys have superpowers? Are you guys wearing a fucking suit with the letter S on it and going out there and flying up in the sky and saving cats out of trees? Is that what you guys mean by relating to him? You know what I mean? Like I've been saying, DCU. What's up, Azteca? Like I've been saying, DCU and MCU just looks bland and the same old style tropes, etc. Remember when both had their own style as far as DC films and MCU? Now they're just a copy of each other. And see, that's the thing too. I said that before. Like I've never had a problem with MCU. I'm not a big time Marvel fan. Like, see, the thing is, I gotta like remind people, like, I'm a zillennial X. It's like, the tail end of Gen X and the beginning of the millennial generation. I grew up with animations. I grew up with the X-Men animation, the Spider-Man animation, the Batman animation, and the freaking Superman and Justice League animations. That's where that's where it comes from, not comic books. So like when it comes to Marvel, the only Marvel characters I give a shit about are Spider-Man and the X-Men. That's it. I love the X-Men movies. My husband hates the X-Men movies. Okay? He has his opinions. I have my opinions. I can't even get him to sit down to watch Logan. I tell him Logan is so good. I fucking love Logan because it's one of those movies that really take it there. Like, I want to see Wolverine tear shit apart. I want to see blood. I want to see like how bad he can really be, right? And Logan really did that for me. The other X-Men movies I really like too. I enjoy. He doesn't like the X-Men movies because he says he because they're not wearing their, like, I guess because they're like wearing like regular clothes or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, that's where my love comes for these characters. And as far as the MCU, I'm glad that they were doing their own thing and they had their own fandom. And when DC happened, for fans like me and you, we were like, fuck yeah, like finally we're getting Batman, Superman, and a Wonder Woman all at once on the same fucking screen, and we're getting a different, a different telling of them. Hell yeah, you know what I mean? And we had a good thing, but I mean, once should I be talking about this shit again? Like we've been through this with studio and stuff. Like they wanted to be like something else that already existed, and it's like, you guys could have had two different things going on. You guys could have had two different types of fandoms and still getting money. You know what I mean? Why can't everybody eat? That's what I'm saying. Hold on. I'm missing some of your guys' comments. Let me go back up. Did you read The Woman Tomorrow, Film Goer? Oh, that's for you. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I still prefer the older Marvel movies over MCU movies. And I get it. Like, there's some guilty pleasures for me. You know what I mean? There's let me put some music on for the background. Like, there's some movies that I freaking like. Let me name a movie that people are like, oh, that movie fucking sucked. I like X-Men First Class. Okay, I know a lot of people hate it. I still like it, and I still like the last X-Men movie. Was it right? I still like that movie because I love what's his name is Magneto. What's his name? The actor. I know his name. Don't tell me. Don't tell me his name. Michael Fassbender. I love his Magneto. And like a lot of those movies, they're guilty pleasures for me. And I don't even like the first X-Men that much, or the earlier 2000s X-Men with Halle Berry and the very first one that came out. It was okay, but when they started going, and yes, I know there's some issues with those movies, but I still like them for what they were. Because they were something at that time, and we didn't have anything else like it, and that's my issue now. It's like, we already have this shit. We've seen this already. Why are we gonna see it again? Like, this is lame. This is boring. Like, I don't like. Can we get something else for once? This may be an unpopular. Oh, okay, I already read that. Phase 1 is still the best. Phase 1 of what? No, pal, they related his humanity, not his superpowers. Still, but personally, I don't care. I don't think we should relate to Superman. That's just my personal opinion. To Clark, maybe, but him as Superman, like, no. he's up here, and that's why I prefer Man of Steel, BVS, and Zack Snyder's Justice League Superman, because he feels like he's up here. He doesn't feel like he's right here. I don't think Superman should be right here with us. I think Superman should be up here where he belongs. That's just me. I'm still waiting for the day they give my boy Scott his just due. As much as I love the X-Men movie, they did my boy Cyclops so dirty. They did. Okay, I already read that. Those older X-Men movies. Yeah, I need to rewatch those movies. It's been a long time. But honestly, like, I remember watching the first X-Men and there was just something about it. And I was also really young. I was like fucking 20, 21 years old when those movies came out. And like, someone had said a while back, and it's true, when you watch movies in certain points of your life, you have a different appreciation for them. Maybe in 20 years when I rewatch Superman 2025, I might feel different about it. Do I think I'm going to feel different about it? I don't know. I don't think so. but but I can see what that person, when this person said that. I think it was Matt Jarbo. Shout out to Matt Jarbo, by the way. I think it might have been him. He said, yeah, it was him. He said that, and it's true because I rewatched Superman with Brandon Routh. Brandon Routh, you hear that? That's how you pronounce his name, Routh. Like, it's not that bad. Is it great? No, but like there were some scenes in there that I was like, oh shit, you know, this is this is actually pretty. This looks pretty cool, and I like the way Brandon Routh looks too. Hold on, I'm like, I'm like way behind. Those are the best ones. What? Well, I'm glad you like them. Like, I gotta rewatch them, to be honest with you. But my favorite X-Men movies are the ones that came out in the later 2000s. First Class, Days of Future Past. I love Days of Future Past. I like time travel. Like, I don't know what it is. And I like especially with characters that I actually care about. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, guys, the Avengers, I don't give a fuck about those characters. They are not interesting to me. And I know people love the Avengers and they love, you know, Marvel. And hey, man, I feel you, because that's how I feel about the Justice League. I get it. But yeah, that's why I never really wasted my time with Marvel, because I didn't really care about the Avengers. To me, the Avengers are like a weaker version of the Justice League. Yes, I know it's two different things, right? But let's be honest. These two companies been freaking at it for the last 100 years. You know, going off of each other, copying characters, you know, doing all that stuff. They kind of been in competition. But to me, I feel like the Avengers is just a cheaper version of the Justice League. That's why I don't really care for those characters. But hey, I get it. I get why people, you know, people have a love for certain characters. I 100% understand. I have to agree. Fassbender brought more to the character, especially the younger version, and you root for him to find Sebastian Shaw and get his revenge. Yes! I don't know what it is about Michael Fassbender, and that's another thing, guys, too. That's another thing. It's the actors, too. It's not necessarily just the character. Azteca Aguilar has a point. What do you call it? Magneto, the character himself, when it came to the animation, he was okay. I was like, oh shit, this guy's really like driven by revenge, right? He hates humans. But when I saw Michael Fassbender's younger version, well, the younger version of Magneto, Michael Fassbender did something for that character and he made him more interesting. Just like for me, Henry Cavill does something with Superman and makes him more interesting. So yeah, you're 100% right. It's not necessarily just the characters, it's how they're written and it's who the actor is that's playing them. It's such a corny, cheesy thing for a superhero movie to do. Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern even did the whole "it's my humanity" trope. Thank you for bringing up a guilty pleasure that people fucking despise, and I understand 100% why people do not like Green Lantern 2011. When I first look at, guys, I was excited about Green Lantern. When I heard Green Lantern was coming out and Ryan Reynolds was going to be Green Lantern, like I was excited. And this was around the time that we didn't really have anything. I think around that time, I think The Dark Knight might have came out a few years earlier, and that was it. And when that came out, I was like, oh, hell yeah, because I like the Justice League. And I was like, oh shit, Green Lantern, you know? I'm not gonna lie, I was a little confused because I was like, why is he not black? And it's because I grew up with the Jon Stewart version of Green Lantern. I had no idea. I didn't know anything about Hal Jordan until I watched the Green Lantern 2011. And there's parts of that movie I like especially the end credit. I love the guy that played Sinestro. I think he did a good job. I think that guy was perfect fucking casting for Sinestro. I don't think they can get any better than that as far as now. And, you know, I guess it didn't work. I personally think they should have kept going. I think they would have got there wherever they were trying to get to. But for me, for what it was at that time, you know, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I need to rewatch it and then name some more guilty pleasures you guys might be afraid of a little bit. All right, guys. So it's raining out here in the Pacific Northwest. So maybe that's why I'm cutting out. Am I still cutting out? Green Lantern was originally supposed to be the start of the DCEU. I heard that, Azteca. I actually heard that a few years ago, and I actually didn't know that. I like Ghost Rider. I'm a freaking. I love Nicolas Cage, and I just discovered not too long ago that I actually like Nicolas Cage. I used to think I didn't like him, but I come to discover that I actually do fucking like Nicolas Cage. He's underrated as an actor. All of his movies where I hate him, he's not even trying to act. He's like, whatever the script is telling the director telling him to do, but in the later movies he's done, I'm like, you know what? This guy is he's phenomenal. You know? But I actually do like Nicolas Cage. And I love Eva Mendes. My guilty pleasure is Daredevil. Dude, I like Daredevil with Affleck. I need to rewatch that. I love Ben Affleck and I love Jennifer Gardner. Unpopular opinion: Spider-Man 3 is the best movie in the Sam Raimi trilogy. I love Spider-Man 3. I do too. Your video's freezing, choppy, but the audio works. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys. It's I think because it's raining out here. Flash and Blue Beetle are my guilty pleasure films. I love Sasha Calle's Supergirl. See, The Flash. The Flash was kind of like one of those. I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure. It's more of those sad, happy film. It's like a sad, happy film for me. Like it's one of those films that I get sad about, but happy at the same time. Like it's a mixed bag for sure, because there's some Snyderverse aspect to it, but there's also, you know, it was supposed to be the end of the universe, which I think is bullshit because there's still characters in the DCU from the DCEU. And I think that's another thing that's kind of bothering me too with the DCU, is because this was supposed to be a full-on reboot when it really wasn't, because you chose to keep these characters in your universe. And it's like it's like breaking up with your girlfriend and keeping her dog, or keeping her TV, or keeping a piece of her fucking underwear in your fucking cajon. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about that. Like, you should have just got rid of everybody, including John Cena, because technically John Cena's Peacemaker is a part of the DCU because of the stupid Suicide Squad movie. But whatever, that's just my opinion. But I like The Flash more because Supergirl. Hey, I get it. That's why, dude, I fucking love Sasha Calle. She took that role serious. I love that version of Supergirl. I remember a couple years ago, I did a video on how much I hated the casting for it. But then after I watched that movie, I like felt so fucking bad. And like it was like I wanted to write her an apology. Like I wanted to DM her on fucking Instagram and be like, "Hey man, like I'm so sorry. I thought that you weren't gonna deliver deliver this character because you fucking did." She surprised the fuck out of me. I love that version. Dick Tracy is underrated as hell. Damn, dude, I haven't seen Dick Tracy since I was a kid. The last episode gave me PTSD from the Flash. The Flash wasn't as bad as people made it out to be, but it also is not one of the best superhero movies ever made. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, film goer. What was I gonna say? It's and what I mean by sad too is because my husband a while back he brought up a good point. He was like, how could Michael Keaton, a legendary icon of a Batman, which I agree with, Michael Keaton is my number 2 Batman. I go back and forth with him and Val Kilmer because I personally love, guys, I like Batman Forever. I don't give a fuck what anyone says about Batman Forever either. I fucking love Batman Forever. I actually watched it not too long ago, like I think like sometime earlier this year, and it still holds up for me. Michael Keaton, yeah, it's Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, Christian Bale, and then everybody else. But back to my point, my husband was like, it's so sad that one of the most iconic Batmans couldn't get people back into the movie theater like that. Basically, that movie should have made money because of Michael Keaton. And it is sad. It should have made more money because of Michael Keaton. But that's the thing. Nostalgia doesn't always necessarily, work, apparently, right? I love all of the early, I love all of the early to late 2000 Marvel movies. They mean a lot to me. That's what's up, Magnus Prime. I'm glad you do. What's up, nerdy guy? I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for coming by. Personally, I never understood the hate for X-Men Apocalypse. Hey, I understand because of I like X-Men Apocalypse. There's just some stuff I don't like. And I'll tell you the truth, what I like about X-Men Apocalypse. Magneto, Michael Fassbender. That's really about it, to be honest with you. I'm telling you guys, Michael Fassbender's Magneto, that's like top tier for me. True, I liked Apocalypse as well. But as far as the guy, the villain, I didn't like the practical. I think they probably should have did a little different of a design, but whatever. Like for what it was, I only seen it one time, so I can't fully judge it. But I remember liking what's her name? Psylocke. Is her name Psylocke? Olivia Munn's character, and I like the younger version of Storm. I liked obviously Michael Fassbender. There's some stuff that I liked it more than I hate it. Let's just put it that way. I actually had fun with X-Men Apocalypse. It was a good watch in theaters, especially. I didn't get to see it in theaters, but I remember watching it. I think I rented it or something. I think it was around the Redbox days, I think. But yeah, I remember I was like, oh, it's not as good as the Days of Future Past and First Class, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. Azteca, I agree with you on the Batman 89 take. I don't get how folks think Batman Returns is better than 89. Dude, I don't either. I love Batman 89. I feel like Batman 89 was like really a movie of its time. Like that, I mean, I was a kid. I can't say that, for me, from my perspective, watching it as a kid, as an adult, it's like one of those things like, man, we're never going to get some shit like this. There will never, ever be another Batman 89. That's what I mean. And when I watched that movie as an adult, I remember that when I was a kid, I liked Batman Returns more than Batman 89 when I was a kid. And when I mean by a kid, I mean like a teenager, like in my teenage days. And then as an adult, watching 89 and Batman Returns, it's like, wait a minute, Batman 89 is way better. You know what I mean? Batman Returns is like Tim Burton on steroids. You know what I mean? Like, it's so obvious it's a fucking Tim Burton movie, right? Batman 89, it's not so obvious. Only some aspects, like when the Joker is created, some of the designs, you know Tim Burton when you see it, right? Batman Returns was like Tim Burton galore. You know what I mean? So I don't hate it, but I prefer 89 over Returns. As an adult, Batman Returns just seems goofy as hell. Here's why: Tim Burton went full Tim Burton. You never go full Burton the Batman characters. That's funny. Rel, that's what you're supposed to do. Go all the way. LOL. Where's Rel? Rel's here. What's up, Rel? Tim Burton did too much in Returns. Yeah, man, that was like a full-blown Tim Burton movie right there. Like, just call it Tim Burton's Batman. You know what I'm saying? That show was excellent, and I didn't care much for the flicks. What show? What show you guys are talking about? Those Tim Burton Batman movies are so gothic, and I loved it. LOL. Yeah, they're very. And that's the thing. I like Tim Burton's gothic appeal. I think he has a good aesthetic. I've always loved Tim Burton. Is like a millennials freaking. It's like pure nostalgia for us millennials, right? Because we saw most of Tim Burton's movies when we were kids. The first Tim Burton movie I've ever seen technically was Beetlejuice. I even saw it before Batman 89, and I love Beetlejuice because it's a Tim Burton movie. You know what I mean? Even some of the movies he's attached to. Anybody with a similar style, like the guy that did James and the Giant Peach, and Coraline, what's his name? Selleck, something Selleck. He has a similar style to Tim Burton, but I think because Tim Burton and him know each other too, something like that. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Welcome to Derry, Abel. Oh damn! I need to catch up to the last episode. I've been watching it. I don't love it and I don't hate it, but it's something to watch right now. So like, I think what I don't like about it is I don't really like. And my husband's kind of right about this because my husband can't really stand racial driven plots, if that makes sense. Like basically about like racism. He doesn't really enjoy that much. And it depends for me. Like it really depends. I don't really care for it either. But I do notice there's like kind of like a lot of focus on that. And it's like, can we come back to the clown more? You know what I mean? Without spoiling anything. They know the finale. Okay, I got to watch the last one. The best thing about... Okay, I already read that. Oh, no, I didn't. The best thing about Returns is the cat suit. And don't get me started with making Oswald Cobblepot a super mutant dweller. Dude. That shit scared the shit out of me when he broke that guy's nose, when he bit that guy's nose off. I was like, what the fuck? Is this a horror movie? Like that part was that scene was crazy. Yeah, but if I was to rate Welcome to Derry from a 1 to 5, I would give it a 3 because it's not. There's something about Welcome to Derry that's missing. I don't know what it is. I will say this though. What I do like about it is that how brutal Pennywise is. I feel like Pennywise is way more brutal than he was in the movies. What's his name? The guy that did the Flash, Muschietti. I feel like Muschietti has a little more creative control with this series because from what I remember in the movies, I don't remember Pennywise being that brutal. He was in this show. I'm like, oh my God, why is he sucking on this guy's head? Like, this motherfucker's nasty, dude. Like, gross. Without spoiling it. Okay, I already read that. Well, it does take place in the 60s, and there was racism there. Some might even say there still is. Yeah, I understand that. I get that. I know it takes place in the 60s, but like there's a lot of focus on it. That's what I mean. Like, I don't mind it. I honestly don't. It just really depends on the story. And I already understand about the black spot. Because guys, I am a Stephen King. I love Stephen King. I didn't really like that last movie he fucking did, though. That movie was not very good. The Long Walk. I don't know what it is. That movie was something else too. But did you guys like it? My husband hated it. I was like, it was a okay watch. Will I ever watch it again? Hell no. I kind of don't like the kid stuff I've seen on internet. And Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry. What do you mean the kid stuff? Yes, he's definitely better in the show than he is in the movies. He is fucking wilding in the show, dude. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Like that, he's scary. He's scary in the show. In the movies, he was scary. He was more kind of like a new spider. You just want to kill it, get the fuck out of here. In Welcome to Derry, he's demonic. He's more of a demon, in my opinion. Like, it's crazy. Like, Muschietti did good with that. Like, it's almost like Muschietti was like, this is how I really wanted to fucking show him in the movies. Supergirl looks better than Super Shit, and it still looks god awful. I admit, I like her suit. Her DS, the way, guys, I admit this. Her as Supergirl, she looks fine. As far as her bringing the character home, I don't know. I'll have to wait till I watch it on HBO Max. Off topic, but Chat and Bell, who would you guys be down to portray Freddy Krueger in a remake of Nightmare on Elm Street? Anthony Starr, aka Homelander, or Skeet Ulrich? Skeet Ulrich. The thing with Anthony Starr is he's Homelander. As a matter of fact, when I watched Cobweb, I was like, what the fuck is Homelander doing in this movie? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, Anthony Starr, he's gonna have to shake off that fucking Homelander. I just feel like he's literally Homelander, if that makes sense. But yeah, I prefer Skeet Ulrich. I love Skeet Ulrich. When are we doing oh shit, what's up, Skeptic? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. I miss you. It's funny that you bring that up, because I was actually thinking about doing it sometime before Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas, and I don't know what you guys are doing for Christmas, but let me know if you guys are available. Like, maybe no, I'm lying, after Christmas, because I'm going on a fast for a few days, like around that time. So maybe sometime before New Year's. I'll let you know. It's definitely going to be in the next couple of weeks, though. Definitely before 2026. I celebrate it. I will be busy from the 24th to 26th. Okay, cool. I mean, technically I will be too, because I'll be fasting. Wasn't someone pulling on that little white girl's mouth or something in Welcome to Derry? What do you mean, Game City? I didn't even see that. I'm not gonna lie, some things I look away, because I can't look directly at nasty shit. Like, it kind of like it gets seared into my brain. So like, I kind of like avoid looking at certain stuff. Happy pagan Happy pagan holiday on December 25th. You're fucking funny, but you're right. It's a fucking pagan holiday. You're seeing Avatar 3. I am on Thursday. My husband's probably gonna go watch it. Look at, guys, I love James Cameron. I love Terminator 2. I enjoyed Aliens, but I cannot get into Avatar. I'm a nerd with some stuff, but there's just some stuff I cannot get into. And I like what I like, and Avatar is one of them. I remember watching Avatar on the way to Afghanistan, and I fell asleep. I was like, this fucking movie's the only thing I liked about it was the villain. That's really about it. But for the most part, like, I just didn't really care for it. Part two's okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what it is about that movie. As far as the Avatar Airbender series and story, that's a whole different story. So when you guys say Avatar, make sure to say James Cameron's Avatar, or if you guys are or if you guys are talking about the other Avatar, just say The Last Airbender. That's the only Avatar I give a fuck about. What's up, Andrea Cruz? I haven't seen you since like Restore the Snyderverse when that hashtag got started, Andrea. It's been a while. Thank you for being here, though. It's good to see you. I saw only the Avatar video game. Avatar movies are all visual spectacles. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, James Cameron, he delivers on that stuff. I can understand why it has a big fan base. I just personally can't get into that story. I remember so little from the movie. The Last Airbender is actually good. Not the M. Night Shyamalan one. Film goer. I don't like that. I actually need to rewatch that to make sure I fucking hate it. But the Netflix show, they actually filmed season 2 and 3 back to back. I can't wait for that shit to come out. It comes out, there's not a set date, but it's supposed to come out sometime early 2026. I can't watch Star Wars. I don't want to go full nerd. Star Wars, the only Star Wars I give a shit about is 1, 2, and 3. That's it. I don't care about the other ones, though. And yeah, I know that's fucking weird. I should care about all of it. To be honest with you, with the 1, 2, and 3, the only one I really, really care about is the 3, because the 1 and 2, it's kind of like, all right, can we get this show on the road? I get that Anakin needs to grow up and he becomes Darth Vader. Like, can we get to the part where he turns into Darth Vader and fucks everybody up? That's the part I want to see. But yeah, to be honest with you, part 3, Rogue One is really good. I love Rogue One. That's a really good Star Wars movie. But all the other ones, I'm just like, I don't give a shit about. 28 years later, the Bone Skull Temple comes out in a month. Damn, dude, I can't believe they're still doing it. I thought the last movie sucked. Oh, the animated series. I just got done watching the animated series, Film Goer. It still holds up. I love the animated series. I recently started watching The Legend of Korra. But there's something about The Legend of Korra I don't like. I hate when they change stuff, but I get it. Progression, blah, blah, blah. I understand. But I don't know what it is. What is it about The Legend of Korra that's just not good? There's what I do enjoy about The Legend of Korra is the backstories on Aang and Zuko and all of that stuff. Like, I know Zuko's supposed to show up as an old man, and Toph is supposed to show up as an old lady. I already saw Katara, but that's the only reason why I'm watching it, is because they kind of like touch up on what they're doing. But they're actually coming out with an Avatar movie when they're in their 20s, guys. I don't know if you guys know that. Let me look it up real quick. I know some of you guys are probably like, Belle, I came here to fucking shit on James Gunn and Supergirl, not to fucking hear about Avatar: The Last fucking Airbender. But yeah, guys, that's even as a full grown fucking adult, I still watch animations. Can you believe that? Am I immature for still watching animations? Avatar 2026. Yeah, they're all supposed to be The Legend of Aang. Yep. Look at this shit, guys. I can't wait for this shit. I just recently found this out. I thought it was a joke, to be honest. I was like, no, the fuck they ain't, dude. This ain't happening. And sure enough, dude, it is happening. It is happening. And look at Stephen Young to play Zuko. Dave Bautista is gonna play the Mechindu. What the hell's Mechindu film? And he's gonna voice Dave Bautista is gonna voice somebody. So they got Stephen Yeun, and I don't know why they got Dante Bosco as Zuko too. Maybe it's like two versions. I don't fucking know. But anyways, look at this is supposed to be them in their 20s and a continued story on that. So I'm really excited about this, to be honest with you. Yeah, I know it comes out next year. I just wish they would tell me exactly when it will come out. Yes, I'm excited. The Legend of Korra characters just ain't that interesting as the OGs, Belle. Yeah, and Korra, I don't really care about Korra. She kind of annoys the fuck out of me, but I guess that's a part of her character growth. So, because there's been characters that annoyed the dog shit out of me, and then I grown to love them in the end, you know. So maybe it's one of those things. I'm gonna try to finish it, maybe when I get some time off from school. But like, I'm like, oh my god, like when's this gonna start picking up for me? But whatever. Anyways, but yeah, guys, I didn't really watch The Last Airbender that much. It's really good. You should give it a chance. But see that, like I said, that's one of those things. You like what you like, you know. Like it's funny because when you're like into superhero stuff, like people assume like you're like the super nerd, like oh you like Superman, so you must like fucking Dragon Ball Z, and it's like no, I didn't get really into Dragon Ball Z. I knew people that were like really into Dragon Ball Z. Pokemon. I went through a Pokemon phase back in the early 2000s. I was really into the the Pokemon animation, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? There's like every nerd is not the same. We like what we like. We all like different shit. Like when I go to the comic book store, or like when I used to go, I would see people playing Pokemon cards, literal tables of people playing Pokemon cards. And it's just like, damn, who the fuck is that nerdy? But who am I to judge? Because look at me, I'm over here talking about fucking Avatar. So yeah, we like what we like, guys. Unless it's Dragon Ball film live action, then that is trash. Dude, why haven't they done you know what's funny, Andrea? I was thinking about this not too long ago. Why haven't they done a live action Dragon Ball Z? Why haven't they? Like, shouldn't they have done that by now? That's crazy that they haven't. Like John Campy always says film is subjective. I didn't really watch. Okay, I already read that. Younger and older versions. They're going to be a large time jump for Avatar 4. Oh, you're talking about James Cameron? I like superhero stuff, but I'm much more into history, especially when it has to do with Troy. But I understand what you mean. Yeah, like there's just certain stuff that I'm more into than other stuff. You know, I was only into Dragon Ball Z as a kid, but I think I just grew out of it personally. Dragon Ball Z is something I feel you would have to go off of. It's so good though. Yeah, hey man, I get it. Like I understand. But speaking of Dragon Ball, it doesn't really have to do anything with Zelda, but it makes me think about Zelda for some reason. Maybe because of the Z. But oh my god, guys. My out of all days that I want to stream, my fucking internet is like ass, dude. Okay, that'll be enough of that. That's gonna start pissing me off. So I'm gonna end it soon. But speaking of that, how do you guys feel about the Zelda movie? Because speaking of stuff being hard to translate, in a way, that kind of makes me worried about Zelda. I'm a Zelda fan. I love Zelda. I don't like all the Zelda games, but the story of Zelda is very fascinating to me. Like, I just love the idea of Link being like this fucking bad fucker, right? This badass little elf guy. I like the whole idea of that. Let the Japanese LOL. Yeah, I know a lot of people are like really worried about that stuff, right? I mean, shit, I'm worried too. I love the game. I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom and what do you call it, Breath of the Wild for like the last year. I love those games. Matt, I try to play the older games, but like I have a Switch. This guy, this is pissing me off. I'm just gonna we'll pick conversation. I'm just gonna get mad. But anyways, thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a nice holiday. And y'all